yourself.
I'm okay. Now, does Kevin's head look weird to you?
The American television drama series This Is Us has been running for 5 seasons, with season 6 planning to be the show's last. With 5 primetime Emmy Awards, NBC's This Is Us warms our hearts and often leaves us in tears. In today's video, we'll be ranking our 5 most hated and 5 most loved characters. So sit back, relax, and grab some popcorn because you're in for a treat. Before we begin, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so that you don't miss any of our new videos. Starting with our least favorite character, Kevin Pearson. Fans of the show really don't like Kevin, played by actor Justin Hartley. Despite that gorgeous face and body of his good looks and charm aren't enough to excuse him of some major character flaws. Kevin often seems self-centered and incredibly arrogant. He blames his parents for his problems, despite being too old to use his childhood as an excuse for his behavior. It doesn't help that he is mirroring his father when he gets drunk and does irresponsible things. Despite the unequal treatment Kevin received from his parents, he needs to come to terms with his past to thrive in the present. Otherwise, he becomes an unpredictable character, taking actions often selfish in nature in an attempt to find some grander meaning. It gets a bit old when his repeated bad behavior continues. Kevin is often depicted as flawed. He has been the most frustrating of his siblings. We do, however, see a kinder side to his character, most notably through his relationship with his twin sister Kate and through his own struggles. Kevin might not be the best member of the Pearson family, but he's got the potential to work his way higher up this list if his journey of self-discovery and maturity pans out the way it should in future seasons. Next up, Toby Damon. Let's face it, Toby Damon is not in our good books. At first, Toby, played by actor Chris Sullivan, seems sweet and kind, just what Kate needs to help her get out of her troubles and raise her self-confidence. Toby is a hopeless romantic who does countless things to sweep her off her feet, but for some reason his presence didn't sit well with fans of the show. At best, Toby is highly annoying. Let's not forget the time when he completely abandons Kate emotionally following the birth of their visually impaired baby. Who even does that? It really is unforgivable. Okay, he does try to make up for it towards the end of last season, but it might be too little too late. Number 3 most hated character is Miguel Rivas. Maybe we're wrong if Miguel really deserves to be hated, but many fans feel he deserves the hate. Miguel, played by actor John Huertas, is Jack's best friend who does what he knows a friend would have wanted. He takes care of Rebecca and the kids after Jack's death. He does whatever he can to help, whether it is fixing a broken appliance or just being a shoulder to cry on. Even though he is there for everyone, we don't like the fact that he marries Rebecca years later. It is unfair, we know. We can't expect Rebecca to go through life alone after Jack's death, but the continual flashbacks of her and Jack together and their love for one another is what we want. Not her with anyone else, let alone Miguel Rivas. You don't go and marry your best friend's girl. Don't you guys think Miguel breaks the bro code? It seems strange to us that Miguel and Rebecca's friendship goes from platonic and supportive to romantic. We don't quite get it. We still have to find out how their romance started. Chances are it might clear Miguel's name once and for all. Nonetheless, he remains the outsider of the Pearson family, and fans just don't like him very much, mostly because he just isn't Jack. Next up, Madison. Played by actress Caitlin Thompson, Madison deserves to be on the hate list for numerous reasons. One being that she is the mother of Kevin's illegitimate child. She starts off as the annoying, thin, and beautiful young woman in Kate's Overeaters Anonymous group, but then Kate comes to realize that the two ladies have far more in common than she thought. Madison becomes Kate's loyal best friend and is there for her to help her through rough times. So it seems she should be likable, given that she seems like a genuinely good person. Still, there's something about her we really don't like. The one-night stand with her best friend's brother that leads to a pregnancy doesn't sit well with us. The last character that we hate is none other than Zoe Baker. Actress Melanie LeBird plays Zoe Baker in season 3. She is Beth's cousin and forms a casual relationship with Kevin. The way Zoe seems to play with Kevin's heart isn't right. She is cold due to her troubled childhood and afraid of commitment, despite Kevin, a commitment phobe in his own right, opening the door to it. Despite the strong feelings Kevin has for Zoe in season 3, viewers just know there is something missing. She is far too self-absorbed to be able to ever give herself fully to someone else. So it is a welcome storyline and a relief when they break up, and she doesn't return in future seasons. Next up, a character that we love is Kate Pearson. Despite all her troubles with her weight, we love this gal to death. We feel for her. Kate has had her share of drama, including including conflict with her mother, mostly due to being jealous of her. She also holds an immense amount of guilt because she is the reason her father died because he went back into a burning house to get her dog. This is just too sad for us to even think about. Played by actress Chrissy Metz, Kate is a loving wife and mom, trying to make the best life possible for her visually impaired son while striving for peace among her highly dramatic siblings. But deep down, Kate is a good, honest person who just wants to finally see some positivity in her life. She's one of the most relatable characters on the show, from her family and marriage issues to internal struggles with self-confidence and weight. It's refreshing to see a woman on screen who isn't skin and bones, who has had a lot of plastic surgery. The fact that she is so real is what also makes her likable. Next, Dr. Nathan Katowski. Played by actor Gerald McRaney, Dr. Nathan Katowski simply has some of the best lines in the show. He is Rebecca's OBGYN and only appears in a handful of episodes so far. Even in those brief appearances, Dr. Katowski has more than proven his importance in the overall legacy of the Pearson family, and This Is Us overall. From the moment he is introduced in the first episode of Season 1, his wisdom regarding making lemonade out of the worst lemons imaginable is what every character on This Is Us needs. He has a heartbreaking backstory and is one of the series' most reliable sources of wisdom and emotional in equal measure. We wish he was around more often, but we're more than grateful for every bit of lemonade his character provides. Next, we have William Hill. Played by actor Ron Cephas Jones, we miss William so much in later seasons. His presence in the first seasons is heartwarming as he tries to patch things up with his son. Without him, This Is Us isn't quite the same. In the flashbacks, William is played by actor Jermel Nakaya, and we dive deep into William's life, beautifully portrayed in the present and in the past. William is one of the series' most damaged characters, but also one of its most loving, kindest, and wisest. After struggling with addiction for much of his life and giving up Randall soon after his birth, William finds his way late in life, finding love in the form of his boyfriend Jesse and a heartwarming and heartbreaking bond with Randall when he only had 1 year left to live. William's tenure on the series may have been short, but his impact will last forever. Number 3 most loved character is Beth Pearson. From the moment we first see her on screen, Susan Kelechi Watson's Beth Pearson has been Randall's true partner in crime and an amazing mother and role model to her daughters. Since Season 3, we have gotten to see many layers of her character. We see a more vulnerable side to her and how brave she truly is. Next up, Jack Pearson. It breaks my heart just thinking about the tragic death of the patriarch of the Pearson family. This left his children saddened for the rest of their lives. Jack Pearson has long been one of the series' most loved characters, maybe because we remember the actor Milo Ventimiglia from Heroes, and he is always a hero in our hearts. He doesn't fall short from his hero complex in This Is Us, despite his alcoholic tendencies. Jack is not without his many demons, battling alcoholism for much of his life, as well as repressing his many painful memories. His death, however, is a heroic act to save his daughter's dog, and that won't be forgotten. Seeing him in flashbacks shows us what a great dad Jack was to his kids. He seems real to us, and that's why we love him. From day one, Jack has been redefining what it means to be a man, a father, and a husband, and setting high standards for men everywhere in the process. In the number 1 spot as the most favorite character is Randall Pearson. Randall has been the true beating heart of both the Pearson family and the show as a whole. Whether we're focusing on his time as a child, as a teenager, or as an adult, Randall overcomes the most difficult of situations with integrity, grace, and a whole lot of heart. Randall started his life abandoned on the front step of a firehouse. How far he has come since then, as a man, as a husband, as a father, is merely a testament to the strength of his character and the true tenacity of his spirit. In short, Randall Pearson is This Is Us. That's it for today. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Please like the video and leave us a comment below.